So we recently just purchased a company, and it was about 300 properties that we had to onboard. And along with that, everything wasn't digital. So we had to physically scan every single piece of paper for the last 10 years of this company. And so we had 3 of the ABM printers scanning, uploading, printing, copying, the whole 9 yards. And we would not have been able to do that without how good they operate. So it was really, really helpful. My name is Nik Boone, and I own Ascend Real Estate and Property Management. My typical day is making sure the company is running efficiently, making sure processes are being taken care of. If anybody gets upset or has questions that can't be answered, it's where I kind of step in and help facilitate answers to those questions. So Ascend is pretty vertically integrated. So we do sales, which is your traditional real estate sales where you see the sign and has the realtor. We do property management, so we have rentals, and we have about 1,500 rentals. And then we do construction, so we do remodels and then ground up construction for like new builds. So everything is in-house, so the construction team is all under one company, along with the management and then the sales as well. So everything is done under one company that I don't think many other companies have the ability to offer. We're very fortunate enough to give back to nonprofits here, like the Boys and Girls Club and Rotaries. And then our goal is to just help people navigate this whole home process, whether it's building one, renting one, buying one, selling one. The whole process of anything in housing is really emotional and complicated, and so we try to really simplify the process and make things really easy for people. I think I Googled a local company that I wanted for all of my printing services. We had originally purchased like a $100 Office Depot printer, and after the 3rd or 4th one we went through, I thought there had to be a much more stable solution. So we reached out to ABM and they got us hooked up with a really good printer. ABM does kind of what we do in the sense that not really having to deal with any problems is really where they shine. So I don't have to think about printing on a daily basis. I click print, it prints. We really don't have any issues with it. So the alleviation of another problem off of my plate really is the most helpful part. We had an issue on the weekend because everything we were doing for the onboarding was after hours. My representative responded, called me, got it taken care of over the weekend with just a text. So that was huge because we were all working overtime and had to have a printer and a scanner to get done. So that was helpful for us. I would just say it's the most helpful to not have to think about printing or scanning or anything like that. The machine works great. Like we need ink or we have an issue, the company's super responsive on getting somebody out here or getting our needs met. So the less I have to think about printing, the better. That local aspect, so if I text my representative or call, it's pretty immediate. They can drive somebody over to the office, they can deliver ink, they can kind of do anything that we need them to do. So it's helpful to have somebody local instead of calling a 1-800 number where they're gonna ship something in the next couple of days, and obviously we can't go a couple days without printing. So it's just helpful to have somebody on the spot local that we can call and get help from. I'm a big proponent of local business, so I would obviously push to go local. The aspect of not having to think about it and it being local, just kind of a win-win for everybody in Bakersfield.